Up to 156,000. Lusk starting to come into his own in this Premier League. But for Helmuth, he's not mathematically eliminated, but it's dire. You know he'll be steamed.
What are you going to do? I'm 130,000 ahead up in all the side games and crazy bets, but I can't win a pot. So am I really been unlucky in the league? Yes, but...
Phil Helmuth may be gone, but he's not forgot. Joining Roland and I in the box. Phil, what do you think?
Well, I haven't seen the whole cards. You know, I'm still frustrated about the deuce five of diamonds. On the other hand, I didn't have to play the hand and could have played it differently, but I would probably play it the same way next time. There was a lot to that hand, and I was really frustrated. She had to hit exactly a queen to be able to bet there and have and get paid off and have me beat. So frustration.
I'm all in.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, here's an interesting position here, and I think now, look, this for Juha has found some promising situations. He just moved all in and showed jacks. So that's what's going through Helpy's mind is, you know what, he had the jacks last time. Yeah, I'm a math guy, and if he could make the call here, he would be right and he'd feel great. Of course, I couldn't beat Annie Duke's ace-deuce with my ace-10 earlier in the...
I don't think you'd call here, though, with ace-10, would you, Phil?
Maybe. I mean,
the ace-10 offsuit, calling all in for your tour. I mean, with Juha's position,
you have to ask yourself,
what?
Yeah, but you have to ask yourself, would he move in with an ace rag? And if you think he would move in with an ace rag,
how does it go?
See, this is where Juha, if he had more reading ability, could make a big difference.
In an earlier heat, he called a big all-in by Marcel with ace-6, and Marcel has two tens. He's done it.
I give Juha very nice call.
Yes. And especially after what happened to him with black, you know, without the confidence
before.
You know.
Can I bet on the ace-deuce? Does anybody in the booth want to give me some insurance?
And the deuce is coming up.
Yeah, you can have it.
Well, the way I've been running, he probably flop straight.
But it's a good call, but we still have to see 5 cards.
What's up with Marcel anyway? This is a... He's going to feel like this is a big slip-up. I mean, has he given Helpy a chance to get back in the Premier League here?
I'll bet 2,500 to 6,300 right now. Bet. Ooh.
He has a 10.
All right, looks like you're going to beat me for 2,500. Unless a deuce comes.
Yeah, it's just the deuce. And if the deuce comes...
Goodbye to the champion.
Yeah.
Wow.
Would it make a difference?
That did not make a difference.
Juha's put himself in great shape here.
Wow.
I lost 2,500 sitting in the commentary booth. I thought you guys were supposed to pay me.
How much you got?
Is that why Juha is defending champion? Faith? He has faith in his reads? He has faith in the math?
80.
I'm not sure that he's known for his reads, but I mean, I think his math said Marcel, I think he limped in to make that call. And then when Marcel made it, he studied for a moment, but I think he called for the math, not for the read.
Roland, is this just Marcel not adapting to the stack sizes as the blinds are going up? I mean, is it...
I mean, it's a tough spot with ace-deuce. You can't really just make a... I mean, you could make a small raise and you'd probably accomplish the same thing and you'd find out where you are. I mean, if they do have rubbish... It's unlikely Juha's going to make a move, so you could have found out for a smaller amount. But it is a misstep. He'll feel like it's a misstep.
I hate his play there.
And Eddie Shaft's moved in, and Juha's picked up the ace-jack suited on the button, or ace-jack offsuit, but he's still going to make the call.
I hate that move in with the ace-deuce there, because Juha's limped in with a bunch of hands in the small blind. He's been doing the commentary. He's been in the green room. He knows this. He could just check it and take a flop.
Juha's called it off.
Yeah, and I mean, the other thing, Phil, I mean, Marcel made a lot of loose move-ins in an earlier heat, and I mean, Juha, as soon as the heat was over, wanted to know every single hand.
Well, Marcel's a bit tilted here with the king deuce in it. He's on the small blind. Phil Helmuth in the big blind. No, Vicky, sorry, in the big blind.
Jeez, we're seeing some crazy stuff now. I think everybody at this table is funking for Sharp to get knocked out, except for, well, actually, Juha is kind of hoping Sharp wins this.
Well, Juha needs to win. That's another reason he called. He's not looking to move up points or two. He needs a first or a second. That's why he called with the ace-10. Even if he's wrong, he's going to end up with a lot of chips if he hits it. So I know that's what's going through his mind. I think if he needed, 3 points, he would have folded that hand.
Interesting flop now. They need each other's card. Eddie's gone a bigger underdog now, though.
Wow, Eddie needs, you know, an offsuit
10,
jack.
an offsuit jack or an offsuit 5.
Right, can't be a heart.
Jack.
It's 5 outs.
No.
Already?
Okay.
Wow.
1 point for the German.
And that's
I'm surprised that he made the move there with that hand. And
That's good news for Annie Duke, for myself, for Alex Kravchenko, for Tony G, and for Andy Black.
it's also good news for me, right? Because I need...
No.
Oh, no, I need Eddie to do better. Oh, shoot.
You need Juha now.
The news gets worse.
You need Juha or Vicky.
Yeah, Sharp's going to have 17 points, and in his last match, it's going to look like he needs to make a score to make the top 4. And the way the chips are now, all of a sudden, Helpy, the defending champion, starting to assert himself. He's showing some backbone, guys.
Wait. The one who got... You know this one? You know that one?
Us?
You don't know that one?
I have no
Musk
idea.
from the button, and knowing that Fraser is shortish stacked in the big blind.
He's looking at me. I'm looking at both of you. Cool.
Cool.
I'm a nice guy.
Now, that's a weird play there from Marcel to, you know, to just call on the button with King 10. Not sure. That's the kind of play that I might make. So it's a little tricky.
Alright.
Something to do with Fraser. Something to do with Fraser.
Let's go to the old dodo.
Well, you know, I don't really blame him so much for the...
Decision time for Vicky.
And she's won every time she's fired at the pot. She's fired a reasonable amount every time, so...
17,000.
She fired a little faster than usual, so Marcel might be able to read some weakness in that. And make his move.
He's got the stack to do it. You can make it 42k and sort of no risk.
Yeah, but, you know, everybody's leaned towards the tight play here. But that was just the way she fired out. It was just so quickly, it just looked weak. So...
Oh, it's 20,000.
Price 20,000 more.
And Marcel made a beautiful re-raise here, and I think he forced Vicky to fold her hand.
Would you be folding here if you're re-raised in this spot with the middle pair?
Well, she can still beat a flush draw or a straight draw. I mean, she would lay this down 95% of the time, I think.
She figures something's up though, but now she's laying it down.
Pass.
So beautiful play on Marcel's part. The fact that she bets so quickly and only bets 17,000. If she bets 25,000, he has to fold. So the quick bet and the amount of the bet allowed Marcel to make a move, and Vicky's just not good enough now to pick that off.
And that could have been huge as far as this Premier League point standings go. I mean, Marcel needs to get Vicky out and to step over her, really.
Well, it's not just could have been huge. That was huge because Vicky had 47,000 more in her stack. I mean, if Marcel folds like he's going to do a lot of the time, but he didn't fold, and now that 47,000's in Marcel's stack. Marcel's like, you'd be surprised to see my hand, but trying to allude to the fact that maybe he was strong and not weak. And she would have been surprised, that's for sure.
Price 20,000 more.
I think Fraser's going to get swallowed up here. Or is he?
No, Ian is playing so aggressive.
Small blind, big
He
blind.
came over the
Well,
top this time.
Fraser raced with ace-9 earlier, and Juha
It
came
depends,
over
he's
the top
big
with
blind.
king-jack.
Nine, I don't know.
So
That's why.
Fraser, but here's the difference. Helpy knows that Fraser's committed.
Jeez, Fraser may have to go all in no matter what the flop is.
And he's right now Fraser's, you would look at the math, but Fraser's a big favorite to win this pot.
No, that's it for Ian Fraser in this
Bye
Premier
bye
League.
to Ian Fraser. But he was an enormous favorite to win this pot after the flop, even though it was 2.5 to 1, because only way Helpy can call him is if he hits a 10, a king, or
Some sort of draw.
yes. And so Fraser was going to move in and win this most of the time. This was horrible luck for him.
He's going to be sick.
Cool.
Lovely.
Yeah,
Helpy's
he's
been-
sick. He knows it.
I have a king.
Helpy has been
That's what I mean.
very,
Yeah,
very
that's right.
lucky in the blind situations again.
Sorry,
you know,
King,
ace
sorry.
10 against ace deuce got Marcel to move, and now king 10 against king 4. They both flopped a king. Very lucky so far in the blinds. Unless a 4 comes.
If Fraser grabs 2 points